Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching the second race of the fourth round of the 2023 Eastern European TCR Championship. We beg your pardon for the technical trouble that we've enjoyed, but the race is on and it has been a dramatic one. You saw the start with Philipp Dittrich on pole position and alongside him Peter Fulin Jr., but there were hungry drivers starting from way back as we reversed 8 positions on the grid. After yesterday's race, it was Mathieu Homola, the local hero, taking victory in race number 1 here yesterday, and he started from P8 into today's race. So 8 positions reversed. It was a beautiful fight among that was Philipp Dittrich, but he was pushed back, so it was Peter Fulin Jr. on the inside. There was Tobias Poschik also trying to come through, and Adam Koht. There was a crash on the opening lap, and I believe, although we didn't really see it, that Adam Koht was pushed wide in the opening corner, had to skip through the gravel and fell way down back, but he has been ever since on a catch-up action, and he is now up to 8th. But what we're witnessing is Giacomo Germandi enjoying a wonderful race of his own so far. He had a rocket start to this race and promoted himself during the first lap into the race lead. However, since then, there has been a notification from the stewards that revealed that Giacomo Germandi actually jumped the start, and that is actually why he gained so much ground. Giacomo Germandi was 4th on the grid and has been leading the race, but he will be demoted with a 10-second penalty for that jump start, and he is now under huge pressure again from Mathieu Homola. He's been enjoying a wonderful home weekend victory yesterday, and he is now on course to fight for the win today as well. He doesn't even need to, if we take into account the penalty for Giacomo Germandi. So Germandi will drop down as they are now. Mathieu Homola, you see yourself half a second behind Germandi. I still believe that he will want to actually score that victory outright on the track, not just wait for the penalty to take effect. And he is right on the tail of that RS3 Audi. So it has been a brilliant race so far. The tempo has been really great, and Giacomo Germandi, he's been improving. He has had a go at the Italian TCR in the past as well. Then he returned back to the Eastern European guys, and together with the collaboration with his team, and also with a help of Pepe Oriola, who's actually on site here in the paddock in Slovakia. It is absolutely evident that Giacomo Germandi has been improving. Unfortunately, his work will come undone to some extent today, as he will be demoted with that penalty that is going to take effect at the end of the race. This is then David Kajaya under pressure from Carlo Cepiel. Behind them, Peter Fulin Jr. down in 6th from René Kircher. René Kircher was 2nd in yesterday's race, however, was later disqualified for the balance of performance infringement. We do not really know the exact details. May have been that the car was actually too low during the post-race scrutineering. I did see the car actually in the steward's garage after the race, and then the decision came that the young German driver had to be disqualified from the race results. That also meant that he started all the way from the back of the grid, and ever since the start, he's already made his way up to 7th in the current standings. We have got just over 3 minutes left on the clock, so Germandi still leading from Homola. Philipp Dittrich, having sat on pole position, he is up in 3rd now. He has already had a go at a start from pole on his home ground 3 weeks back in Austria at the Red Bull Ring, but that race was not that successful. Now he's still running in podium scoring positions. He's got David Kajaya behind, Carlo Cepiel, Peter Fulin Jr., René Kircher, Adam Koht, Sebastian Steibl and Petr Čížek completing the top 10 for the moment. Karol Wittke just behind his former teammate in 11th, with Žarko Knego in 12th. In his brand new Hyundai Elantra, and then Řepecký, Kolakovský, Adamek, Valers, Smejkal and Tobias Poschik He was leading the race briefly before he was knocked down the order, and he is now, I believe, back in the pits. Because we do not see any time alongside his name, and he also has already 5 laps fewer covered in this race than the rest of the opposition, which means that the former, or let's say reigning Renault Clio Cup champion, he started the race beautifully but was actually unlucky. He actually made a rocket getaway yesterday, terrific start, through which he actually cooked the clutch, so the mechanics had to swap that for a new unit. And unfortunately, he's had bad luck in today's race. And there is Giacomo Germandi under piling pressure from Matteo Homola, but Germandi shutting the door on the local driver. It's getting dramatic. Now Germandi defending the inside line. He's really fighting very hard for that first place. He is going to lose it. Unfortunately, we're missing all the messages from the race control, but we... Oh no, there they are. Okay, it is a little bit weird because I did see in the graphic title that there was a penalty applied for the car number 3. However, now in the complete log of the messages, I do not see that notification anymore. So let's maybe hold a reserve on that. Either way, we've only got 5 seconds left, which means that this is the final lap of the race, and Giacomo Germandi is going to be the one that will come across the line first. There he goes, the Italian driver scores the victory for the moment and denies the local hero a victorious double in race number 2. So Matteo Homola second on the road, with Philippe Dietrich coming home third from David Kajaya, Carlo Cepiel, Petr Fulin Jr., René Kirche, Adam Coates, Sebastian Steibel, and Petr Čížek completing the top 10. Behind them, Wittke, Knego, Řepecky, Kolakovsky, Adamek, Valers, and Vít Smejkal. Tobias Pošík, the only casualty of today's race. And let's just see if actually there is a penalty or not for Giacomo Germandi. Either way, it has been a brilliant race from the Italian driver. Okay, if he jumped the start, really, then we know the truth about a little bit of that performance right at the start. But still, he didn't really shoot into the lead on the opening corner. He was trying to. He was trying to get on the inside of the front row starter, Petr Fulin Jr. However, Petr cut him off, and that meant that Giacomo Germandi had to be patient a little bit into the first corner, but then he made up for that and passed all the drivers that were in front of him and got himself into the race lead to score a victory, at least for the moment, for the current generation of the RS3 Audi. By the way, Audi has just sold 100th example of that car very recently. And for example, Tobias Pošík still using the previous generation. Audi has sold, well, actually sold 180 pieces of that car. So the new one on course for improvement for the Ingolstadt-based marque. And the model actually voted the TCR Car of the Year in the recent past. And it is Giacomo Germandi, at least for now, scoring the first victory, and there it is with the penalty applied. So it is reality, although I didn't really find that notification for the second time in the log. But anyway, it is actually in the end Mathieu Homola taking the victory. So that is a victorious double, and Mathieu Homola becomes the first driver of the 2023 season to score 3 victories, and that will only confirm his championship lead even more from Philipp Dietrich, who is then picking up his best result of the career just yet. So the young Austrian finishing on the podium, finishing second, only 1.1 second from the first victory. Philipp is going to have to wait for that a little longer. David Kajaya scoring another podium in third. Carlo Cepiel coming through the field to finish 4th on the road, or actually 5th on the road, but 4th with the Germandis penalty applied. Peter Furin Jr., having sat on the front row, is then 5th in the results from René Kirche. Adam Kotin 7th, Sebastian Steibel 8th, Giacomo Germandi 9th, and Petr Čížek in 10th place. So it was a eventful and dramatic race, number 2 here in Slovakia. I hope that you enjoyed it. And next time we will be racing in Czech Republic at Auto Motodrom Most. So really make sure that you're back with us in the beginning of August for that one. And my name's Pavel Fabry. I was your commentator for the weekend for the TCR. And we'll be hoping to hear each other, or maybe even see each other if you like to come in any of the upcoming events. And thank you for being with us. Thank you for watching. And that is it from here in Slovakia.